The rap world just got hit with a thunderstorm, and at the center of it all, Cardi B and Kendrick Lamar. What started as a subtle jab has spiraled into a war of words that no one saw coming. Cardi B never one to bite her tongue, just fired back at Kendrick, claiming he's afraid of the truth. The internet exploding. Twitter spaces packed, fans divided in ways we haven't seen since the Drake versus Meek Mill era. But here's the kicker. Insiders are whispering that this beef isn't just about lyrics. It's about power, respect, and the crown of hip-hop itself. Cardi's camp is leaking messages. Kendrick's team is scrambling to respond. And the industry, shaking at the thought that Cardi just crossed the one line no rapper dares to. Calling Kendrick scared. But why now? And what exactly did she expose? Let's break it down. The story begins not on stage, not in a recording booth, but in the shadows of an industry already on edge. For weeks, fans sensed tension bubbling between Cardi B and Kendrick Lamar, though no one could quite put their finger on it. Then, out of nowhere, Cardi broke her silence with a line so bold, so unapologetically raw, that the internet froze. Kendrick's not untouchable. He's afraid of the truth, and that's facts. Those 15 words sent shockwaves through hip-hop culture. Why? Because if there's one thing Kendrick Lamar has built his empire on, it's truth. His lyrics, his storytelling, his place in rap history all orbit around the idea that he's the most fearless voice of his generation. To hear Cardi B say otherwise wasn't just shade, it was an earthquake. Within minutes, hashtags flooded timelines. Hashtag CARDIVs Kendrick. Hashtag truth hurts. Hashtag KDOT scared. Fans were split. Some defended Kendrick, praising his decade-long run as a poet warrior unafraid of exposing America's wounds. Others rallied behind Cardi, arguing that maybe Kendrick had avoided topics that Cardi was now willing to put in the spotlight. And let's be real, Cardi B doesn't just talk. She erupts. Every word is a weapon, every rant a battlefield. But here's where the drama really started to unravel. Sources close to Cardi's camp began leaking snippets of alleged text messages and studio convos, hinting that Kendrick had turned down multiple opportunities to collaborate with her. One insider claimed Kendrick's team thought Cardi was too controversial, too wild. They wanted no part of her energy. Another leak suggested that Cardi's camp had receipts, proving Kendrick was avoiding certain politically charged collaborations because he didn't want the smoke from powerful industry figures. That's when fans began asking the real question: was Kendrick Lamar really afraid of the truth? Or was Cardi B just playing the industry's most dangerous game of chess? The hip-hop press pounced. Academics posted a cryptic tweet with fire emojis, hinting he had exclusive tea on why Kendrick might be ducking Cardi. The Shade Room reposted Cardi's statement with the caption, "Y'all think she's talking facts or just trolling?" Twitter exploded with debate threads, with fans dragging each other over who held the crown for authenticity. But it didn't stop there. Cardi took to Instagram Live, sipping her signature Henny, waving her manicured nails in the camera, and unloading on Kendrick without ever saying his name directly. Y'all keep worshiping these rappers like they can't do no wrong. But when it comes time to really speak, to really tell the truth, suddenly they go quiet. I ain't scared of no label, no government, no industry boss. I say what the *** I want. Some of these rappers, they shook. The comment section turned into a war zone. Fans tagged Kendrick by the thousands, daring him to respond. Celebrities chimed in too. Meek Mill dropped a laughing emoji. JT from City Girls tweeted, "She ain't lying though." Meanwhile, J. Cole. Yes, J. Cole liked a fan post that read, "Cardi's the only one who will say what everyone else is too scared to." That one like sparked its own headline storm. By the end of the night, social media wasn't just buzzing, it was on fire. Cardi's comments had turned into a referendum on Kendrick's entire legacy. Was he really the fearless voice of truth? Or had Cardi exposed cracks in his armor? Insiders from Kendrick's camp were quick to push back. A source allegedly close to TDE claimed Cardi was grasping for attention because her last single didn't chart as high as expected. Another insider suggested this was all a setup for a secret collab that the labels were keeping under wraps. But fans weren't buying it. Screenshots of Kendrick ignoring Cardi's feature requests were circulating online. And Cardi wasn't exactly denying them. The timing couldn't have been more explosive. Kendrick had just come off a string of performances that critics hailed as legendary, and Cardi's comments landed like a grenade in the middle of his victory lap. Here's where things took a darker turn. Rumors surfaced that Cardi's comments weren't just about music. Whispers spread that she had dirt on Kendrick, real dirt, connected to his silence on certain scandals rocking the industry. A viral thread on X claimed Cardi was ready to expose why Kendrick had never spoken publicly about certain political controversies, suggesting that his truth-teller persona was carefully curated by handlers who wanted to protect his mainstream image. Fans were stunned. Was Cardi bluffing? Or was she holding on to something that could permanently alter Kendrick's reputation? The cliffhanger hit when Cardi dropped a cryptic post on her IG story, a black screen with white letters saying, "Y'all want the truth? Don't push me." I got files that one post sent conspiracy theorists into overdrive. What files? What truth? And why was Cardi suddenly positioning herself as the whistleblower of hip-hop? By morning, blogs had turned this story into a full-blown circus. TMZ ran with a headline, "Cardi B calls Kendrick scared, threatens to leak industry secrets." Hip Hop DX followed with, "Is Cardi B the new truth teller of rap?" And Rolling Stone quietly updated their article on Kendrick's recent tour with a section titled, "Cardi B's Explosive Allegations." Meanwhile, Kendrick, silent, no tweets, no stories, no interviews. The man who built a career on surgical precision with his words was suddenly nowhere to be found. And in hip-hop, silence can be louder than a diss track. Fans started asking, was Kendrick plotting a nuclear response, or was Cardi right? Was he hiding? As part one closes, the industry is in chaos. Cardi has drawn the line in the sand. Kendrick's silence is deafening, and everyone is holding their breath, waiting for the next shot in a war that's no longer just about music, but about truth, power, and survival. If part one was the spark, part two is the explosion. By now, Cardi B's Instagram story, that ominous black screen reading, "Y'all want the truth? Don't push me. I got files," had become the most shared post of the week. Fans weren't just waiting for tea. They were demanding it. Hashtags like #CARDI files and #KDOT exposed began trending across Twitter and TikTok. Cardi had successfully turned the entire hip-hop world into a courtroom. And Kendrick Lamar was the man on trial. But then it happened. The first leak dropped. A blog known for stirring chaos, Hip Hop Plug 247. POSTED, what it claimed were internal label emails suggesting Kendrick's team deliberately steered him away from politically dangerous collaborations. The alleged emails referenced Cardi by name, saying associating with her could destabilize brand partnerships. Advise decline. Fans went into a frenzy. If real, this wasn't just Kendrick avoiding Cardi. This was Kendrick allegedly protecting his marketability instead of speaking truth to power. Cardi wasted no time. She reposted screenshots of the leak with her own commentary. "See? Y'all fave ain't fearless. He's careful. He's calculated. Meanwhile, I'm out here risking my bag every day for the truth." The internet erupted. Suddenly, Kendrick's crown of authenticity, the very foundation of his GOAT status, was under fire. The narrative shifted from Cardi being messy to Cardi being a whistleblower exposing the machine behind the music. Industry insiders were divided. One anonymous producer told XXL, "Look, Cardi's wild, but she's not lying. Every rapper got handlers. Kendrick just hides his better." And then came the first celebrity endorsement. Offset, Cardi's husband, jumped on X with a cryptic post. "Y'all don't even know half of what my wife know. Stop playing with her. That tweet alone added gasoline to an already raging witch. If you're using like a scanner app and it's like a scanner app, and it's like, you're gonna die. Like, look at this. Look at this. And we all know, I've been exploring. Fire. But just when fans thought they had seen the biggest bombshell, Cardi went live again, this time in front of nearly 300,000 viewers. She leaned into the camera, eyes locked, voice sharp. They told me to shut up. They told me don't speak on it. But guess what? I'm not scared. Some people like to pretend they're the voice of the people. But when it's time to really fight, they quiet. And y'all worship that? Nah, the truth's ugly. Y'all fave rapper ain't built how you think he is, period. Rapper ain't built how you think he is, period. And the cliffhanger. Cardi teased she'd reveal the clip during her next live show performance. Yes, not on Instagram, not on Twitter, but on stage in front of thousands. A live reveal in real time as part 3 closes. The world isn't just waiting for Kendrick's response, it's bracing for what could be the most shocking public takedown in rap history. Cardi has the internet in the palm of her hand, Kendrick's silence is cracking. And the promise of a video clip threatens to topple more than just one rapper's image. This isn't just beef anymore, it's war. The night of Cardi B's concert was no longer just another show on her tour. It was the most anticipated event in hip-hop. Fans weren't lining up just to hear Bodak, Yellow, or WAP. They were lining up because Cardi had promised something. More, the infamous clip that she claimed would finally prove Kendrick Lamar was afraid of the truth. Hours before showtime, hashtag Cardi clip and hashtag KDOT exposed were trending worldwide. Twitter spaces swelled with tens of thousands of listeners speculating about what was about to happen. Instagram lives from fans outside the venue showed chaos in the streets, scalpers selling tickets at triple price, and media outlets swarming the entrance like it was fight night in Vegas. The energy wasn't just excitement, it was hysteria. When Cardi finally hit the stage, dressed in a sparkling red bodysuit, the crowd's roar was deafening. She performed hit after hit, but the anticipation was unbearable. Every pause between songs had fans screaming, "Drop the clip. Drop the clip." Cardi smiled, played coy, a P, but she knew she had the world in the palm of her hand. And then it happened. Cardi stopped the music, grabbed the mic, and the arena fell silent. "Y'all been waiting for the truth, right?" she said, pacing the stage. The crowd erupted in cheers. "Well, I told y'all I got files. I told y'all I got proof. And now, tonight, I'm about to show the whole world what these labels don't want you to see." The lights dimmed. A giant LED screen flickered on behind her. And there it was, the clip. The grainy video appeared to show a boardroom meeting, with several blurred-out executives speaking in hushed tones. In the middle of the table, a folder labeled K, Lamar Image Protection. The voices in the video discussed how Kendrick's truth-telling persona was carefully shaped, how controversial collaborations were blocked, and how his silence on certain industry scandals was strategic. One voice even said, "He's the perfect poster boy because he never challenges the machine directly." The crowd gasped in unison. Social media, streaming the moment in real time, exploded. Clips of the clip ironic, yes, flooded timelines. Fans screamed. Cardi wasn't lying. Others shouted, "This gotta be fake." But the damage was already done. Cardi had delivered the one thing fans never expected: visuals. The arena shook as Cardi shouted over the chaos. "Y'all keep calling me crazy, but who's crazy now? They scared of the truth? They scared of me?" The fallout was immediate. Hashtags shifted again. Hashtag KDOT controlled. Hashtag CARDI clip. Hashtag industry exposed. Fans online weren't just questioning Kendrick, they were questioning the entire rap game. If Kendrick, the so-called prophet of hip-hop, was allegedly being handled, then what did that mean for everyone else? Within hours, celebrities were chiming in. Ice Cube tweeted, "This industry been like that. Salute to Cardi for pulling the curtain." 50 Cent doubled down with another post. LOL, told y'all. Even the realest rappers got bosses. Cardi making M sweat right now. Meanwhile, Killer Mike tried to play peacemaker, posting, "Respect both artists. Don't let the machine win by dividing us. #unity." But unity was nowhere to be found. The fan bases were at war. Kendrick stans fought tooth and nail, claiming the video was doctored, AI generated, or taken out of context. Cardi's army clapped back with the simple chant, "Receipts don't lie." Then came the most shocking twist of the night. In the middle of her performance, Cardi paused and smirked. And before y'all ask, yes, I got more. This just the beginning. That single sentence nearly broke the internet. What else did she have? What bigger bombs were waiting? Meanwhile, Kendrick's silence had finally snapped. At 3 a.m., a tweet appeared from his account. "Y'all believe every circus act you see. Stay tuned. That's it. No video, no live, no diss track. Just 7 words." But those 7 words became the most dissected tweet of the year. Fans debated endlessly. Was Kendrick hinting at a full diss? Was he promising his own files? Or was this a strategic stall while his team scrambled? The industry began to fracture. Rumors swirled that Kendrick's label was holding emergency meetings. Some insiders even claimed Cardi might face legal action for releasing confidential documents. But the fans didn't care. To them, Cardi had already won the first round by shaking an unshakable giant. And just when the dust almost began to settle, another twist hit. An anonymous hacker collective posted on Reddit, "We got more." Cardi ain't the only one with files. Screenshots hinted at other artists. Drake, Jay, Cole, Travis Scott, all tied to similar image protection contracts. Fans went insane. Was the entire rap industry a stage play? Were all their idols carefully packaged products of corporate manipulation? The ripple effect was catastrophic. Radio stations debated pulling Kendrick's music until he cleared the air. YouTubers flooded timelines with hour-long conspiracy breakdowns. TikTok edits painted Cardi as Joan of Arc, fearlessly standing against an empire. Even politicians got involved. One congresswoman tweeted, "Funny how this rap drama exposing more about the entertainment industry than any hearing we've had." Cardi reveled in the chaos. On Instagram, she posted a photo of herself in a crown, captioned, "Queen of the Truth." #UNBOTHERED. Double quotes. But make no mistake, this wasn't over. In fact, it was only getting darker. Because just as Cardi basked in her victory lap, rumors leaked that Kendrick wasn't sitting back quietly. Word spread that he was secretly in the studio, preparing a response track so lethal, so surgical, it would end careers. One insider whispered to Rolling Stone, "If Kendrick drops what he's working on, Cardi won't recover as Part 4 closes. We're left with a hip-hop world split in half." Cardi's video has rattled the very foundation of Kendrick's image. Fans are questioning everything they thought they knew about authenticity, and Kendrick's cryptic tweet promises a storm on the horizon. The stage is set. The files are out. The truth is blurred. And the next move? It belongs to Kendrick Lamar. And there you have it, the story that has the entire hip-hop world hanging by a thread. Cardi B has shaken the table like never before, and Kendrick Lamar's silence is only making the fire burn hotter. But trust me, this is just the beginning. Will Kendrick finally clap back with a diss so powerful it shuts Cardi down forever? Or will Cardi unleash even more files that expose not just Kendrick, but the entire rap industry? The suspense is unbearable, and you don't want to miss what happens next. So if you're locked in, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you're the first to know when the next bomb drops. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Cardi or Team Kendrick? The war is only heating up. #CARDIB. #Kendrick Lamar. #rap drama. #hip-hop. Exposed. #CARDIVs. Kendrick at @IamCardibat. Kendrick Lamar. At @IamCardibat. Kendrick Lamar. The comments section turned nuclear. Fans spammed Kendrick's handle begging for a response. Celebrities poured in too. Doja Cat typed, "Messy." Fat Joe commented with 3 fire emojis. Even 21 Savage slid in with, "This getting wild FR." But here's the twist. Kendrick's silence wasn't just silence. It was strategy. Late that night, a mysterious track snippet leaked online. A grainy audio file, allegedly from Kendrick's camp, featured a voice that sounded eerily like him rapping, "Clout chassin' Queens. Trying to test my rain files fake receipts week. Stay in your lane." The snippet spread like wildfire, though no one could confirm if it was real or AI generated. Fans debated endlessly. Some swore it was Kendrick's cadence, others claimed it was a deep fake planted to calm the storm. Cardi, she wasn't buying it. She clapped back instantly with a tweet. "That's the best y'all got. A bootleg AI diss. Lemfo, y'all scared for real?" The stakes escalated again when a leak emerged from Cardi's alleged files. This time, it wasn't emails. It was voice notes, audio clips, reportedly of label execs discussing how to protect Kendrick's brand, began circulating in group chats and fan forums. One clip, though distorted, seemed to feature a male voice saying, "He's valuable because he's clean. No drama, no controversy. Keep him away from volatile figures like Cardi." Fans lost their minds. If true, this meant Kendrick wasn't the fearless lone wolf he portrayed. He was being bubble-wrapped by an industry terrified of him slipping. The fan base split in half, one side defending Kendrick as an artist who deserved protection, the other accusing him of being a fraud. And that's when the industry itself began to fracture. Charlamagne Tha God weighed in on The Breakfast Club. "Listen, Cardi messy, but she's strategic. If she got real files, this could shake Kendrick's whole foundation. But let's be clear, every rapper got skeletons. The question is, why is she coming for him now?" Meanwhile, social media painted Cardi as either a hero or a villain. On TikTok, fan edits spliced Cardi's fiery IG rants with footage of Kendrick on stage, captioned "The Battle of the Fearless versus the Silent." Others accused Cardi of clout chasing, making skits mocking her obsession with being the truth teller. But the biggest shock came not from Cardi or Kendrick, but from a third voice. Nicki Minaj, Cardi's long-standing rival, tweeted late one night, "Funny how PPL exposing truth now, but stay quiet when it's convenient. Y'all decide who the real ones are?" The tweet sent fans spiraling. Was Nicki subtly siding with Cardi? Was she just stirring the pot? Or was this her way of dragging Kendrick into the female rap wars? Cardi reposted Nicki's tweet with a smirking emoji, adding fuel to a rivalry fans thought had cooled. Suddenly, this wasn't just Cardi versus Kendrick. It was threatening to become a battlefield, pulling multiple icons into the fire. And Kendrick, still silent. His silence, however, had turned from strategy to suspicion. Fans began demanding answers. Threads on Reddit blew up with theories. Kendrick's waiting for the perfect diss versus ain't got nothing to say because Cardi's receipts are real then. Out of nowhere, Cardi posted a blurred screenshot of what appeared to be a contract. The caption read, "Y'all want to know why he really don't speak? Stay tuned." That one post broke the internet. Was Cardi about to reveal deals Kendrick signed to silence himself? Was she exposing the politics behind his artistry? As part 2 closes, the war is no longer hypothetical. Cardi's files are dropping piece by piece. Fans are questioning Kendrick's entire legacy. Industry voices are divided. And Kendrick's silence is becoming louder than any verse he's ever written. The question is no longer if Kendrick will respond. It's how and whether his next move will save his reputation or destroy it forever. By the time the sun rose on the 3rd day of this escalating firestorm, the music world wasn't just whispering anymore, it was screaming. Every outlet from TMZ to Rolling Stone had Cardi B and Kendrick Lamar splashed across their headlines. This wasn't a small spat. This was history unfolding in real time. And then, Cardi detonated the bomb at exactly 8:32 p.m. Cardi B went live once again, but this time she wasn't just talking, she was showing. With nearly 500,000 fans tuned in, Cardi flipped her camera around and held up a laptop screen, displaying what looked like an internal label memo stamped with official branding. The headline read, "Artist Guidelines, Lamar K." The bullet points underneath, "Explosive." One line in particular sent shockwaves through the livestream chat. Avoid collaborations with volatile female artists Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion. Potential brand risk, the live chat went nuclear. Viewers spammed receipts. K. Exposed. Cardi got the files FR. Cardi didn't even need to say much. She simply laughed, leaned back in her chair, and said, "Afraid of the truth? I told y'all." That one line turned the entire industry upside down. If these documents were legit, it proved that Kendrick's carefully curated, fearless image wasn't entirely his doing. It was manufactured, protected and guarded by the very machine Cardi claimed he was afraid to challenge. Within minutes, the hashtags evolved. Hashtag KDOT controlled. Hashtag CARD. I got receipts. Hashtag hip hop exposed. But here's where things spiraled. A new voice entered the conversation, T.I., the self-proclaimed king of the South. On Instagram Live, T.I. chimed in, "Man, listen. I respect Kendrick, but if them docs real, that's a bad look. I've been saying for years, this industry, puppets, artists, maybe Cardi the one finally pulling back the curtain." His words only fanned the flames. Meanwhile, leaks continued to trickle. A whistleblower account on Twitter, @IndustryLeaks247, began posting alleged voice memos of execs discussing how to maintain Kendrick's clean image. One audio clip supposedly caught a manager saying, "No controversy. No beefs. Keep him mythic. Keep him rare." Fans began questioning, was Kendrick's silence in all these rap beefs really strategy, or was it industry-enforced silence? But the most shocking twist came when Cardi dropped another alleged receipt, a screenshot of an email that seemed to show Kendrick declining a collab with Tupac's estate for a tribute project. The reason given? Political sensitivity. Avoid controversy. That one rocked fans to the core. Kendrick, the man who built a career on politically charged art, supposedly turning down Tupac's legacy project out of fear. Fans didn't know what to believe anymore. The internet became a war zone. TikTok edits showed split screens, on one side Kendrick rapping about fearlessness, on the other, Cardi's alleged receipts flashing across the screen. The caption, "Truth or fraud?" And then, just when things couldn't get more dramatic, Cardi dropped her shocker. She uploaded a 1-minute clip of herself on the phone with someone she described as a former Kendrick insider. The voice, disguised for protection, claimed, "Look, Kendrick's a genius, but his image. That's not him alone. That's a system." Cardi exposing that system terrifies them. They'll do anything to shut her down. Fans went wild. If true, this wasn't just about Cardi versus Kendrick. This was Cardi versus the entire industry. Celebrities started reacting in real time. 50 Cent, never one to miss a chance at chaos, posted on Instagram, "LOL damn. Y'all letting Cardi body one of the greats like this?" Meek Mill retweeted a fan saying, "Is Cardi doing more exposing in 1 week than Kendrick did in 10 years? Even Lizzo weighed in, tweeting, "The truth always comes out." But here's the kicker. Kendrick's silence cracked. On his verified Twitter, Kendrick finally broke the quiet with a single tweet. Funny how the loudest voices are always the least fearless. No tags, no names, but everyone knew it was aimed at Cardi. The internet erupted. Cardi immediately clapped back with, "Don't subtweet me, boy. Say my name, you scared?" That exchange alone set off thousands of memes, GIFs, and diss track speculations. Fans began begging for Kendrick to drop a full response. Some even tweeting mock titles like, "Humble PT to Cardi D's." But here's where the shocking reveal escalated things beyond imagination. Cardi claimed she had a video. She didn't release it, not yet, but she hinted at its existence. On her IG story, she wrote, "Y'all seen the files? But wait till y'all see the clip. The truth don't lie. The industry froze. A video? What could it be? Fans speculated everything from Kendrick in private conversations admitting to label control, to industry execs plotting his image, to something darker. The fear of what Cardi might drop became more powerful than anything she had already released. Kendrick's fan base, the most loyal in hip-hop, began to fracture. On Reddit, threads debated whether to defend him blindly or admit Cardi might be right. One viral comment read, "If Kendrick ain't got nothing to hide, why's he silent? Cardi talking too loud to be lying." But just when the industry thought they had hit peak drama, another twist came. A leaked document, allegedly from Cardi's files, hinted that other rappers, Drake, Cole, even Travis Scott, had similar brand protection clauses written into their contracts. Suddenly, this wasn't just about Kendrick anymore. This was about every major rap superstar. Cardi had opened Pandora's box.